Which are the best performing funds over the past month, and are they worth holding over the next 12 months? So let's look at the top 10 best performing exchange traded funds over the past month and see if they're worth holding. So we start off with, this is the, don't do this, it's 3 times leverage. It is the daily S&P 500 3 times leveraged. All right, that is high risk. That'll blow your hands off. So I would not suggest doing that. However, that momentum, then we're just going to look at the technicals here, not the fundamentals. All right, that momentum looks like it's going to skyrocket from there mainly to up here, and that'll give you a 40% return over the next year. That is high risk. I don't do 3 times leverage ever. This is the SPDR S&P Regional Banking Exchange Traded Fund. And the momentum, the monthly momentum, I'm looking at monthly MACD. I know I'm only looking at charts here, and we should be looking at technicals. So if you're on my approved filtered list program, the approved list program, have a look at Sortino and Alpha. That's vitally important for all of these. I'm just giving you the tick on the chart. You need to tick yourself on the Sortino and the Alpha from the data on the approved filtered list. So have a look at that if you're on the Great Investments program and the approved list program. Okay, so yes, tick to that. This is the iShares Semiconductor ETF, and by the way, there's the ticker symbol, all right, for these SOCs in that case. And would I say yes? Oh, it's touch and go, but I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say it's going to do that, all right? This is the Consumer Discretionary Select Sector Fund. So consumer discretionary looks a bit flattish. I mean, it might just do it and ease up like it did here and sort of do that. And so I'm going to give it a yes, but have a look at the Sortino and Alpha on the approved filtered list, okay? Here we have got the industrial sector. That's what this one is. And the industrials look really flat. So I'm going to say no to that one. This one is the FTSE Developed Markets. Developed Markets has been one of the big performers over the past month, as you can see. And yeah, they're sort of starting to get up. But you need to look at the Sortino and Alpha on the approved filtered list, as I keep saying. This is the Emerging Markets ETF. So we had Developed, now you've got Emerging. And that's the angle that we'd be looking at. So you're looking at something slowly, gradually going up. I'm not seeing it yet, so that's a question mark on this one. If the Sortino and Alpha are good, then you have my blessing. Mid-cap, these are mid-caps. And no, it's just been going sideways for too long. So sorry, I don't see mid-caps exploding to the upside. Vanguard Growth is in that direction, and that should be set to continue. Sortino and Alpha permitting. Don't forget, I've got more. Sortino and Alpha permitting on the approved filtered list, so please have a look at that. The Ultra QQQ. So again, it's a leveraged Nasdaq play, leveraged cube, and we've gone from 30 to 70. So it's given a 100% return this year because it is leveraged. So you're really looking at that continuing. I'm happy to say that could go from 70 up to, what is that, 90? It's high risk though because it's leveraged. This is biotech, okay? Biotech. And it's been sideways for too long. So I'm going to say no to this one because there's too many other good opportunities. This is the real estate ETF. Again, remember, these are the ones which have done really well over the past month. Can it do this? I'm going to call it as a yes, but you've got to look at the approved filtered list, Sortino and Alpha. This is overbought, so I'm too concerned that it's going to do something like this, where it's just going to jiggle about. So this could easily, and this is home construction, by the way, it's going to do this, then do this. So no, I'm going to say with that one. South Korea, interesting. I'm going to go with no on this one. Just sorry, don't like the risk. Brazil. Right, overbought. I like the others. I know it's done really well over the past month, but then it tends to do this. Sort of has a good month, then down. Snakes and ladders. Well, down. Up, down. So sorry, no Brazil. Gold miners. I'm going to say no to this as well because the overall trend seems down. Right now, remember the caveat I gave with those. That was just the charts because they were based on the ones which had gone up the most over the last month. If your pension stinks and it isn't up 46% as the Nasdaq was this year or 20% as the S&P 500 was, then have a look at the Great Investments Program. Look at the links in the bio. But also, before any of these exchange trade funds, remember I've given you the filtered data on all of this in the approved list. So check the Sortino and Alpha on them and the one 3 and 6 month performances so you can see if they're all green lighted, then it's fine. I've just green lighted the charts only at this stage. Okay, thank you very much. Get in touch with me if you've got any questions. Thank you.